So in these past couple of seasons, Ricochet was supposed to get updates that finally fixed Call of Duty, right? We see how it has been going. Rewind even a few more months, Activision is out here flexing like,
we've banned over 200,000 cheaters. Game is clean now, you're welcome.
But we all know that is not the case. I was on Black Ops 6 rank play last night, getting slammed by a bronze 2. How are cheaters still everywhere when the anti-cheat is literally in your kernel? By the end of the video though, you will have an idea of why Ricochet isn't actually working and how cheaters are still one step ahead, while Activision pretends like they're not, and a possible solution. Feel free to light up the comment section as we go along. So first things first, one reason why Ricochet is just not working is cheats are evolving faster than detection. Developers are able to rapidly adapt to these Ricochet updates. Even when a provider shuts down, new ones pop up. Many cheats now use hardware spoofing, AI-driven aimbots, and encrypted overlays that make things harder to detect even with the kernel level driver. It's literally like a never-ending game of whack-a-mole or cat and mouse, where every time you smack one cheat down, 3 more squeak up. These bad actors treat patches as suggestions rather than roadblocks, constantly reverse engineering each kernel tweak faster than most devs write the next line of code. At this rate, cheat makers might just get their own season pass before detection catches up. Now, my biggest beef with Ricochet is the fact that it is a reactive system and not a proactive system. So while Ricochet claims to ban tens of thousands weekly, it's often after several matches or full seasons of cheating damage. And things are very case by case. I have seen accounts get banned almost instantly, and at the same time, we've seen people going around cheating well enough to go ahead and hit iridescent in rank play. This is a problem because the system essentially allows players to cheat until somebody snitches on them. So think about somebody just full on cheating over and over and over again, and nobody is reporting them. There is a good chance that somebody is going to report them at this point, but just imagine nobody reports them. You are literally running around able to cheat if that's the case. This approach is like trying to stop a river by scooping the water with the freaking spoon. By the time a cheater lands in the review pile, they've already shredded countless leaderboards and community morale. Real-time enforcement feels stuck in first gear, leaving legit players to collect salt, lose SR, that kind of shit, instead of honest gameplay. And since the triage demands human eyeballs, it's less instant justice and more sorry for the wait, please hold type justice. And next, limited matchmaking or shadow banning obviously isn't a full ban. This only quarantines suspected cheaters. It doesn't always stop them from playing, and a lot of times this system has legit players in there that don't cheat, so it is hella flawed. This can feel like they're still active because many of them still are, just in isolated pools that may still intersect with legit players if detection confidence is low. Think of it as sending a bunch of YNs from the hood to a VIP party in Brickell in Miami, and a whole lot of stuff that won't usually happen there starts happening there. Fights breaking out, shit getting stolen, and cheaters that are in quarantine still sharpen their skills to a degree. While the system flexes, quote unquote, we took action, it almost feels like virtual signaling to a degree. Legit players risk bumping elbows with the very folks they are trying to avoid. It's a consolation prize that feels more like a participation ribbon. And I did gloss over this a second ago with the system relying too much on reporting. Most gamers don't really treat the report button as they should. A lot of folks do it out of malice. Let's say, for example, somebody is 6-0 in Search and Destroy. If you're just getting beat, you're just getting beat. And if you're getting slammed, you're just getting slammed. Just because things aren't going your way doesn't mean that somebody is cheating. And another thing is, word on the street is if you are appearing offline, if you get reported, the report won't even go through. Because in the eyes of the system, you're offline, so that report may or may not have even done anything. And what sucks about CoD is it is really hard to know who's really legit nowadays. I think at a certain point, it's pretty obvious. I've seen clips of people on TikTok straight up using Cronuses, even some people still using wall hacks. Regardless, this shit is sad. And another thing is, no hardware ban systems. Hopefully we can go ahead and start getting some hardware ban systems here soon. Unlike some games like Valorant, CoD doesn't enforce permanent hardware ID bans, only account bans, and I guess maybe some hardware ID shadow bans, but that means cheaters just spoof or buy new accounts, especially with free access to Warzone and account marketplaces. And even if somebody wanted to go ahead and cheat on Black Ops 6 multiplayer, they could just drop another $70 to buy the game again. If their hardware gets banned, now they have to spend a few $100 give or take, depending on how much money a motherboard is. Now, I want you to take a look at this. I am super anti-cheat. If you cheat, I hate you. If you cheat, you're probably a virgin, and everything bad I can say about you, I'm saying it about you. But Waves custom in-ears feels like cheating with audio. These definitely give you an unfair audio edge in FPS games. Not only do these sound insane, you can make these look insane using your own creativity. Check out the affiliate link down below and use code NERV7 for 10% off any purchase at checkout. Now, what's the solution? Ultimately, Ricochet has to go. Ricochet needs to be kicked to the curb, and Call of Duty and Activision needs to go ahead and try to close a deal with another one of these companies that are better than Ricochet. Now, every anti-cheat system does have its flaws. I understand that 100%. Cheaters will still finesse, slip through the cracks, but I think Activision needs to heavily consider joining forces with one of these anti-cheat companies. First on the list, Valve Anti-Cheat. This has been around for a long time, spotting known cheat signatures on launch, and they take it up a notch by watching for odd behavior in real time. Things like weird memory calls or sudden movement jerks, things of that nature, and then rolls out bans in waves, so cheat makers never know exactly what tipped off the system. All that happens under the hood of Steam, meaning it's seamless for players and covers every Valve title without extra install. Now I understand that is through the work of Steam, and I think only a small amount of players play CoD on Steam, but I do believe Activision has the budget to make this happen. Next, we have Easy Anti-Cheat. They keep things light and fast, scanning game files and running processes for known hack footprints. It taps into cloud-based telemetry, so when a new cheat pops up, EAC's machine learning models adapt without waiting for a patch. Unlike Call of Duty, they've been saying all year,
oh, this next patch is gonna be a big one for cheaters. We're gonna be treating cheaters like we're ice.
But it does steer clear of heavy kernel hooks most of the time. Performance hits are minimal, and cross-platform support is a breeze. For games where smooth frame rates matter as much as fair play, Activision should at least consider a system like this. Now, BattleEye. BattleEye catches hacks before they even load. On top of that, it runs behavioral analysis to flag aimbots, wall peaks, and other weird-ass gameplay patterns that we see way too often in Call of Duty. Cheat signatures are updated constantly, and cloud-based AI can damn near trigger instant bans that keep match integrity intact. Even though it sometimes steps on a harmless modder's toes, few tools match its raw deterrence power. That being said, I do think BattleEye is the most effective. After lining all of these up, with BattleEye's aggressive mix of low-level access and real-time analytics gives it the edge. It's uncompromising, adapts quickly, of deterring cheat developers for good. Now that we had a nice long conversation about anti-cheating, check out this video here and let's talk about SBMM. I'll see you guys over there.